Working 9 to 5 with a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now that's the way to start a live, don't you think? Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Better intro song than intro.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You can go now. Bye bye. Love you.
Bye. Jump out of bed, just out to the kitchen.
I hope y'all enjoyed that as much as I did. Oh, my goodness. So, if you're new around here, my name is Missy. Welcome back to the channel. But if you're new, my name is Missy. And here on my channel, we are dedicated to loving and supporting each other through our loved ones' addictions, no matter what that addiction may be. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your busy Sunday to spend some time with me this evening. So, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. I may have my algorithm all screwed up. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes tonight. Okay. YouTube does not like when you change things around. And it has let me know that. Okay. So Randall's at church. Good boy. Hey, Ashley. Hey, CF. Hey, Jesse. So welcome, y'all. I was waiting on some others. Oh, Lord. And hey, Trot. You won't be able to call me anymore, so bye. So I've got something I want to talk about tonight, okay? I was... Hey, Woozy. I have not researched this. I do not know if this is... Y'all, I don't know. I don't know. I see that this could be a real thing, okay? Maybe somebody else on here has more information than I do. Maybe one of y'all has been through it or has seen it or has heard about it or whatever, but I don't know. So I was watching a documentary today, and y'all, I cannot remember the name of it. If I could remember it, I would tell you guys, but I can't. It was just something that I just happened to come across, clicked, it looked interesting. I clicked on it, and what they were saying was, one of the stories was that these three people, a brother, sister, and the sister's boyfriend, I think, had OD'd and were taken to the hospital, and they were given Narcan and released. And that the brother went home, went to bed, and passed. And they said that Narcan lasts 30 to 40 minutes, but Fent can stay in your body for several hours. And since the Narcan wore off, it woke him up initially, but when it wore off, then the fence took back over. I don't know. I don't know if this is true or not. If it is, it scares the bejeebers out of me. Hi, Belinda. I don't know. If anybody has heard that, please let me know. Okay. Um, I would like to know yay or nay on that. I'll do some research on it, but, you know, I felt that it was worth mentioning right off the bat tonight. I don't know why. Something just told me that I need to mention that right here, right now. Because let's be honest, most only watched the beginning all the way up. They might watch halfway through and then they're done. They're off. I mean, and some only watch a few minutes of the live and then they're done. So that's why I wanted to do it right up front. Okay. Oh, trust me, Woozy, I know. And some don't even do that. they send them they send them out to the waiting room in an adult diaper and have them sit out there until their family walks back in and finds them. And that's how they send them home. Okay. Anyway, that's the information that I saw or that I've heard. I don't know. And trots galore. Yay me. Yeah, I don't again, I don't know. Y'all, it's been a busy day. Okay, it's been a working weekend here on the homestead. Um I did record yesterday's work day. I canned all them cherries. Okay. And I'm going to say this. If I ever mentioned to y'all, I think it'd be a good idea to get some cherries, y'all tell me no. You hear me? Just tell me no. Hey, Miriam. I mean, I'm not complaining. I am very blessed to have those cherries on my pantry shelves now. Okay, I've got some in the freezer because I got tired fooling with them and I just stuck them in the freezer. So, yeah. Anyway, I did that. I worked on the chicken coop, cleaning it up, cleaning it out, adding fresh bedding in the nesting boxes for the ladies, only for them to go right up there behind me and kick it all out. So, yeah. And the plan today was to work in the garden for a little bit, and it's rained all day. The high has only been 73. Thank you, Lord. It's been beautiful. Uh, but I mean, it's rained all day. I am not growing anything. Nothing. I give up on the garden. Well, hey from Denmark, thank you for being here. Those cherries seemed like they were going to be a job. Oh, they were. Okay, an all-day job. I started them about 10:30 yesterday morning, and I finished them off about 5 o'clock yesterday evening. So, hey Trina from Oklahoma, thank you for being here. Okay, seeing that name, I'm like, you know, okay. Hi souls, how are you, darling? So anyway, it's been a working weekend. It's been crazy, and I've not had time to sit down and research anything. Okay, um, Yeah, it's it's been crazy, absolutely crazy. And Aiden's been into everything. Hey, Dawn. I am so glad you're here too. Yay, this is awesome. And I'm glad you got to comment. Aiden has been into everything. Okay. Belinda, I am seriously thinking about taking a year off next year. I really am. And you're right. Farmers market, Mennonite market, they may be my best friends next year. Okay. They may very well be. This year, as soon as we got the garden planted, some of y'all already know this, but as soon as we got the garden planted, Paps and I were sick. We were out there like day two of us being sick. We were out there pushing ourselves to finish the garden up. We only liked a couple of things, getting it in the ground. Already had it. Let's just get it in the ground, get back in there, get back on the couch, get back in the bed, whatever. And we just got progressively worse. And I was sick for almost 3 months. And during that time, my garden suffered and it said, see ya. I did get some stuff out of it. I did. Not anything like I normally do. Hey, Sarah. Venice Beach, California. That's pretty cool. Hey, Lori. Um, how am I feeling? Well, I've got a tickle in my throat, as you can tell. Um, hopefully, I will have my blood work results tomorrow. I went Thursday and had my blood work done, so hopefully, I will have those results tomorrow. And I'll know then whether we move forward with a rheumatologist or what we're going to do. Hopefully, you know. Thank you for asking. He passed out twice in the heat. Oh my gosh, that's scary. That is scary. Do you like biscuits? Duh. I'm guessing from your accent you're from the South. Yes. Tennessee, baby. Tennessee. Thank you, Marianne. I appreciate that. Hey, bee lady. Yeah, yeah. They released them. Hey, they did my son the same way. Uh, Pretty much every hospital he's been to, they've done him the same way. And it's sad. If that's the truth and that can happen, there's a problem. That's an issue. That's an issue. And that's concerning to me. As the mom of an addict, that's concerning to me. And I don't know. Oh wow. See, mine has never been admitted to the hospital. Never. Anytime which I don't I don't know how many times he has actually trots. I don't know how many times he's actually OD'd. Okay, the ones that I know about and have been involved in, he's never been admitted. Never. Hey, Cindy. And I will add your daughter to my list. I know that's got to be scary for you. I know it. It has to be. Yeah. I mean, they did it to Joseph. They released him within, an hour to 2.5 hours after he got there. He wasn't there long. Anytime he's been to the hospital after an OD, he has not been there long. And if you watched the video where it was the time where I found him in there in the bedroom, it was that day. The hospital released him. The ambulance had, cut his clothes and stuff off. And the hospital released him and set him out. Paps and Kelly had gone to get a cup of coffee because they were ready for a long night. Um, so they they set Joseph out in the waiting room with a sheet over him. He didn't have anything on but a sheet over him and an adult diaper. And they set him out in a waiting room, and Paps and Kelly came back from getting them a cup of coffee and found him sitting there. And that's how he came home. I'm not kidding. I'm very serious. I'm very serious. So, there's that. Lori, I hope I get some answers soon too. I'm tired of being sick and tired. I am. It's yesterday. It was on the border, and I thought, oh boy, tomorrow I'm gonna be in trouble. And so far, knock on wood, today has been a pretty good day. I am having trouble with my hand again. If y'all remember, I had to wear a brace for a while. If you've been here for a while, on the channel for a while, you remember I had to wear a brace on my hand. And I thought I had hurt it kneading bread one day. And that that's not it. That's not it at all. That is part of the whatever this bigger issue is that's going on. My hand and wrist and forearm is part of it. So today I've had to fight it going numb, it tingling, it hurting, all the things. So that's kicking back up again, flaring back up, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I had to put the brace back on today. So, hey, Bobby. All right, let me catch up on some comments. Oh, perfect temperature outside. If it could stay this temperature year round, I'd be a happy girl. If we didn't have, I know we need the rain, um, but no, I've been tested for carpal tunnel. I had the nerve conduction or whatever it was. It's not that at all. Visited Tennessee, going to Kentucky. Went to Noah's Ark. I have not been to Noah's Ark yet. We want to take Aiden hopefully soon. Um, we've heard good things. So as soon as we get a chance to get up that way, I would love to take Aiden. Bobby, it's so good to see you. Uh, they do. I know, but you can't be cold like that. You know what I'm saying? That that was just ridiculous. The waiting room was full. And how humiliating and dehumanizing is it to set him out there like that? I mean, you know, it's that that pissed me off and broke my heart all at the same time. So I've heard that too, B lady. So I'm excited to take Aiden and let him see. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I am totally doing what I love to do and what I consider to be my happy activities, my happy place. Um, I'm in the kitchen. Okay, we're doing this new way of eating, and getting healthy. All of us are, and I'm in the kitchen, and I'm playing with ingredients, and I'm playing with, you know, making up new recipes and stuff like that, and new meals, and I'm having fun. I was stressing over, planting a fall garden and stuff like that, but I'm not letting that get to me anymore. I'm I'm doing all right. Uh, Stress can ruin your. Oh, I know. Stress can do a whole lot that you would not think. Is it true what they say about cousins down the holler? I could tell you some stories, but I won't. Okay. I'm going to let you stay for right now, but you be nice. You hear me? Oh. They could have at least given him a gown. Yeah, they could have. They could have. They chose not to. They chose not to. All they saw was a dirty addict that, you know, that's all they saw. It is a good thing. I will tell y'all this. It is a good thing that I did not go to the hospital with him that time. I stayed here with Aiden in order to keep things going, okay? Because as far as Aiden was concerned, Paps was still at work. His mom was still at work, and so he didn't know anything was going on. Even with all the EMTs and police and everything, Aiden did not know anything was going on because I made sure he didn't. He was not involved in any of it. And so I stayed here with him in order to keep consistency with him. And I explained to him that Daddy was really sick and that Daddy had to go to the hospital. That's all he knew. That's all he needs to know. Okay. But it's a good thing I didn't go with him because had I walked into that waiting area and saw my son sitting there pretty much naked in front of God and everybody, I'd have owned. I'd have owned that hospital. Or I would have needed bail money. One of the two. First, I would have probably needed bail money. And then later on down the road, I would have owned that hospital. Okay? Because I don't go for that. I just, I just don't. So, there's that. What happened to privacy? Honey, apparently addicts don't have any kind of privacy. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about, right, Margaret? According to society and the closed minded, judgmental people, they have no privacy. None. None. And that's the sad truth of it all. They don't care. They don't care. Let's see. Any more eggs? I get 1 to 2 eggs a day. Them hussies, them other hussies, are not laying yet. Okay, they're all the same age. I got them all at the same time, at the same place. They're the same age, and I don't know which ones are laying and which ain't, because y'all ain't out there watching them. But yeah, I get 1 to 2. If I 2 normally, but one chicken, she likes to step on hers, so she likes to break them. She ain't eating them. She just likes to step on them. So yeah. But the original chicken that started laying, her eggs have gotten, as of today, her eggs have gotten up to be like a normal large egg. So they treat our loved ones with addiction as if they are disposable and worthless. Unfortunately, yes. Yes, they do. Because to them, they are just that. It doesn't matter that they belong to somebody. There's a mama at home walking the floors, screaming out to God, screaming out to anybody that'll listen. You know, help my child, save my child, help me save my child. HIPAA comes to mind. I don't, I don't know what you're saying, Margaret. I don't. Are you talking about me? Talking about my son? Is that what you're talking about, Margaret? Because I'm not giving out any personal information. I'm telling you how they set him out there. I okay. Okay. Uh, oh, the stigma is crazy. Okay. The hospital laws, they do what they want to do. And because my child didn't have any insurance and he had OD'd, they didn't care. They didn't care. They saw what they saw, you know, and they didn't care. They just didn't. No, they did not give him a gown or anything. Nothing. A sheet. And it was soiled. It was soiled. Ask me how I know that. Uh, let's see. How did it even come to be that drugs meant you were a dirty, worthless person? Um, that's how society sees an addict. They are, and I have been told this right to my face. Okay? I have been told this right to my face. They are the scum of the earth. Um, a projectile would be too good for them. That's what was told in my face. Okay? Honestly, I think the stigma of drug addiction is worse than that. You know. Uh, I don't know what they thought. A month before my husband died, he had taken a bunch of something on top of that. Oh, Lord. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Uh, okay, I totally. I thought the same thing with him. I did. And when it took 45 freaking minutes for, the first person to get here to me and him, and all I could do is, yeah, it was a lot. Uh, yeah, yeah, there's a whole lot out there, okay? Addicts shouldn't get anything according to those folks. Yep, because they are what they are. I I thought you had to lift a chicken up to find the egg. No. They drop an egg and they get out of the nesting box. I wonder if these folks really believe that addicts can stop if they want to. Yeah, they do. It's a choice, don't you know? It's a choice. That's what I've been told. It's not a disease. It's not anything like that. It's a choice. He could choose to do better. He could choose to say no. He made a choice. He made one choice. One choice. And that was to do it the first time. After that, there was no choice. That's the way addiction works. Souls, I have been there, darling. I have begged and begged and begged. I, last August, it's been a year now. Last August, I begged him to help him. To help him. I stood there and squalled, and I told that that doctor and that nurse, the nurse that pulled me into the other room and told me what she told me, okay? That if Joseph had used any other way, he would have been gone instantly, pretty much. But I begged them, help him. He's going to die. Help him. Can you offer anything? And they both stood there. Well, not the nurse. She just kind of stood there with this look on her face of, I don't even know what it was. Empathy, I guess. Mortified at the doctor's answer. The doctor looked at me and he said, "We have nothing. It's up to him." Well, we see how that's working, don't we? We see how that's working. We have nothing. It's up to him. He's a grown man. No shit. Know that. And There's nothing we can do. Gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. No, there's no mental hospitals around here. There's nothing. We've got these little piddly ass hospitals, county hospitals around here that they don't care. They don't care. You can't find. I mean, look at my own health issues, my own health journey here, and how hard I've had to advocate just to get some blood work done, just to get them to try to figure out what's going on with me, what's making me sick, what's keeping me sick. You know what I'm saying? Look at how hard I've had to work. There's no such thing here. Most of these places are one floor hospitals. There's not even an elevator. They might have two floors if they're lucky. Yep, sold. Down, and I'm so, that touches my heart to know that you have stuck with your daughter through all of this, through the thick and the thin. It does. I know what you're going through as far as being the only one. I do. OMG. I scrolled too far. Hey Leslie. Little Aiden is such a precious little sweetheart. Oh, thank you. Oh, Bobby, I'm so sorry. I am. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Uh, Addicts don't deserve. According to some, yes. Oh, Lord, souls, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Our medical care sucks. Amen, Margaret. Amen. Amen. And cost a ding dang fortune. Okay? You can't afford to get sick in this country because if you do, you're going to have to put up, your house, your cars, your land, your firstborn, your kidney, all the things. No, they don't understand addiction. And you know what? I don't understand brain surgery. Okay? I don't. I don't understand brain surgery. And therefore, I don't speak on it. I just don't. That's the difference between me and Judgy McJudgerson. Okay? That's the difference between me and most of society. If you don't understand a certain subject, okay? Don't speak on it. Don't act like you understand. Don't act like you've got all the freaking answers. Don't act like you know it all, because you don't. You've not been down in the trenches. You've not been fighting the fight for, however many years. You've not stood beside your child while he is ODing. You've not stood beside your child while he's throwing his guts up because he got a hold of some bad stuff. I could preach. Y'all, I could preach tonight. You just don't even know. Yep, Ashley, I have heard that too. If he wanted to be a daddy to that little boy, then he'd stop. Hey, Barbara. I'm catching up on some comments here. That is awesome, Dawn. That is awesome. I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you. Yeah, Bobby, we do. We do. I don't know if there's any such thing as immediate results in addiction. I really don't. Oh, crap. I did it again. Okay, there we go. He's probably not going to need that bee lady, to be honest with you. He's probably going to be gone for years. So I'm not even worried about. And as far as Suboxone is concerned, he's already tried that. It does not work. We've done Suboxone, we've done methadone, we've done ketamine, we've done all the treatments that, are supposed to be the miracle drug. And some people it is. Some people it works, and it is a miracle drug. They're able to, get off of the things that they're on. Um, they just don't work for him. And, with all this going on, I I don't know that any of us will have the money. Oh, I done something. I don't know that any of us will have the money when all this is said and done. I mean, um, no, no, she does not. Um, we have TennCare here in the state of Tennessee. I I think she's working on that, but I don't know. I don't have any control over that. Joseph is a grown man. Joseph is married, so his wife handles all of that. She asks me questions and I answer. I no, I don't. I mean, it's like hiring an attorney, okay? We checked on hiring an attorney just the other day, after we got the information that we got, because we thought hiring an attorney would be better than just letting him get a public defender, because look at how the last public defender worked out, okay? Liar, liar, pants on fire, right? Just sign the papers. I promise you. Anyway, we were looking at almost $20,000. 20,000. For what? A violation probation? No, a probation. A probation violation? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? There's what's wrong with the whole system. Part of it, anyway. Yeah, check into it. I wish you would. Yep. Love you, Barbara. Peggy, it is a wonder any of them survive. It really is. And that bothers me. That eats at my heart. Okay? That just hits my core. So many people think they have all the answers, but they are struggling with something themselves. Yeah, probably. They don't want their skeletons put out there, but they'll put everybody else's, right? They'll comment on everybody else's skeletons. Yeah, because they know it all. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the air is going to kick on. Y'all, it's been 73 degrees out there. It's been nice. Yeah, Ashley, what Bobby said. Ah! I was so close to catching up on the comments. Ah! Okay, here we go. Years. Years, B lady. Years. Anywhere from 2 to 5. Uh, oh, I know. I totally understand that, Cindy. I watched him cut his clothes right in this room, right across the hall from me. I watched him. Okay, y'all. My mind was nowhere near able to think and have Kelly and Pat's take extra clothes or anything like. I mean, I honestly didn't. I think I was in such shock that I I couldn't have put. I mean, y'all can ask Charlotte. I did good to put a sentence together. I I went into full on shock, and yeah. Okay. He doesn't need a psychiatrist. Um, no, he's not going on welfare. I mean, holy hell. Do you know how they talk about people on welfare and shit? No. It's bad enough the way it is now. Somebody find out. And there is no shame in any of that. If you need it, you need it. Okay? There is no shame in that. But by God, they'd make shame out of it. And my kid's been talked about enough. Just because of what he is. There is no quick fix. I wish there was. I That's why I keep saying we are a smart country. What the actual hell? There could be a fix. They don't want there to be a fix. Okay? He's not going to be out of. Please stop. Okay? Just stop. He's not going to be out of jail for a few years. Okay? So I appreciate all that, but dang, Joy, you hiding them. Good girl. Joy, did he have a good birthday, Steve? It ain't Steve, is it? Oh, Lord. Please forgive me for that, boo-boo. Opiates are not sold in stores, but they're everywhere. Freaking everywhere. Okay, I give up reading all that. He'll never be over the addiction. He will always be a recovering addict. Okay, he. This is something that he will live with for the rest of his life, and something that unfortunately I will have to live with for the rest of mine. They never get over it. That's not even a thing. So, Dawn, I have heard that come out of Joseph's mouth. Let me tell you something. If guilting them, crying your eyes out, begging, pleading, using their kids, saying, if you love your kids, then you'd do this, you'd put that down, you'd walk away from it. If any of that worked, I mean, hell, we wouldn't have an addiction problem, right? Because I am about positive that pretty much every addict out there has had somebody that at one time or another loved and cared about them enough to where they said to them, please stop. I can't do this anymore with you. You're killing me. You're hurting your kids. Look at your kids. They need mama. They need daddy. They need whatever, okay? They deserve so much better than this. I am sure that at one point in time, every addict out there has heard that. And if that helped, we could eradicate addiction right here tonight. Right? That does nothing. Because what they hear is the Charlie Brown teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. That's all they hear. They heard maybe the first two words, and then they heard nothing else. Joseph has asked me why Aiden's not enough, and I don't have an answer for that. I don't have all the answers. I wish I did, but I don't. And that's a hard one. That's a hard one. It's a hard one to watch them go through. Scott. Steve left me here with nobody to talk to except Steve. I'm a Waterboy fan, okay? Leave me alone. No, they ain't nothing wrong with that, Bobby. Nothing wrong with that. I will applaud you, sister, for doing that. I will. Hope. The Grands came to spend the night first time. Oh, you made cherry jelly? That's so cool. I hope y'all had a good time. The kids are with their dad, and he refuses to allow the kids to ever see her or any of us. He's not supportive for her, and he talks bad about her all the time. I don't even know what to expect for them. Oh, Lord, bless their hearts. You know, that's one thing you don't do. You don't pit your children against the other parent. I don't care. I don't care. You, I wouldn't spit on a couple of people. Okay? If they was on, but you will never hear me speak bad about one in particular in front of Aiden. Never. Never. I don't speak bad about Joseph in front of Aiden. I don't. That's his daddy. I don't speak bad about his bio mom, egg donor, in front of him either. That's the one I'm talking about. So, put lime juice in it so it's like cherry limeade. Oh my God. Oh, that sounds so good. If love could heal them, there would be none. Yep. Yep. That is right. And, you know, if us mamas could fix this, we would, because that's what we do. That's what we are. We're fixers. If we see our kids hurting or needing help, we fix it for them, right? It doesn't. Just because they turn 18 doesn't mean that, you know, hey, mama's love stops at 18. The day and the time you turn 18, I'm done. I'm done being a mama. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. That's when, you know, the rubber meets the road. The knees hit the floor. That's when, I'm sorry, but the shit gets real. It's when they turn 18. Because then they think they know everything, and mama and daddy's dumb as a box of rocks. Okay? Now that does come back around about age 25, I will tell you that. But they're going to go out and they're going to do their thing, right? I don't know. Ah! There we go. I'm about caught up. Oh, you gotta go. Sorry. See, you say bad stuff. You say bad stuff. They helped me make Scott cupcakes. Oh, that's so precious. I love that. Lord have mercy. Yep. Hi, Kathy. How are you doing, love? Thank you, Kathy McMahon. Oh my Lord. Some of these are awful. Awful. You're very welcome, darling. Very welcome. Yeah, I know you are. I know you are. I know. Well, thank you all for watching the 2 videos that I put out. Um, I'll be honest with you, I was surprised, in the niche that I'm in with this here on YouTube, you don't get a whole lot of, requests to be sponsored. Okay? There's not a whole lot of companies that are like, hey, you want to try my stuff? And there's not a whole lot. And I was kind of surprised. And it came at a perfect time. We needed that water filter, which, by the way, we are loving. I'm actually drinking water from it now. Um, but it came at a perfect time. And I'm thankful to Epic water filters. And if you need one, I can put my link in the description box and let you guys go check them out. They have the pitchers with the filters in them. They have the cups with the filters in them. They have the under the sink like what we got. They have quite a bit of options there. Oh, my legs. I've sat on my leg too long. Um, so, yeah. But thank y'all for watching those videos. They're not doing too hot, but, it's been a while since I've done one of those videos. And again, YouTube don't like that when you change everything, okay? So, it may have to be that I kind of slip my cooking in with the, nope, you leave it. Just like that. Whoo, gone. I may have to slip my cooking and my recipes and stuff in, with like a mom of an addict video or something, I don't know. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. I don't know. I wish we could post pictures on here too. I really do. I get very little support from my other children and other family members, but I know that I have Jesus standing by me and guiding me. I'm right there with you, Dome. More than you will ever know. Oh my goodness. We had so much fun picking up the Azure Standard Order this time um, in the rain. I don't know what it was, but this time we just had so much fun. I mean, we always have fun when we go out, but this time it was different and it was great. It was great. It was fun to make that one with him. I canned them in medium syrup. And I put 15 pints in jars and canned them. And 1 quart bag is in the freezer because I got tired of fooling with them. And I made a sugar-free cherry cobbler. Okay. If you have to ask what a holler is, honey, I can't get down that low to tell you. Okay. I can't. Oh, will you be my grandma? I'm only 27. Ding dang. Uh, he has had that bisos. Love you, babe. He has had a vocabulary like that since he was, oh Lord. He was putting full blown sentences together before he was 2. Um, Paps's, I did. I destemmed them and pitted every single cherry. Everyone. Everyone. Anyway, Paps's niece-in-law, um, good one, Jamie Lee, good one. Anyway, his niece-in-law is a speech therapist, and we were at a family function for his side, and Aiden he wasn't even 2 yet, and he was having a conversation with her, and she was like, "Oh my God, how old is he?" And he'll be 2 here before long, and she was like, "That's amazing. He has the vocabulary of a 7 or 8 year old, and he wasn't even 2 yet." And yeah, crazy. Uh, 2017 dang. Yep. Did you just say 27? I said I'm 27. Okay? And if I say I'm 27, by crackies, I'm 27. Mm-hmm. Once he was 18, he was on his own. He tried to implement that, but I halted that crap immediately. Yep. I did two boxes of cherries. I wound up, I had 16 pounds. Look, actually a little over 16 pounds. That big old box of cherries that I got with the 8 bags, that was $20 off the Azure truck. Okay? $20. And there wasn't nothing wrong with them cherries. Nothing. I gotta fix my leg. I gotta get comfortable here. If I'm gonna talk, oh Lordy, oh. Anyway, $20, and that's crazy for 16 pounds of beautiful red sweet cherries. And y'all, I eat as I was pitting them. I was eating some too. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't. What? And you did? Did you do all cherry jelly with all your cherries? I know, right? They are. They are amazing. And that cherry cobbler that I made, sugar free. I made the cobbler part. Um, I'm trying to use up the Azure all-purpose flour that I have, so I kind of halved it with spelt flour. And whew, it was so good. I loved it. I loved it. Uh, Thank you, Patty. Thank you. Thank you so much. He is a turkey. Is this the Trump train? Possibly. Did you have cherry juice all over your kitchen like I did mine? Because I had a little boy that thought my cherry pitter was the coolest thing since sliced bread and had to help me. And yeah, I'm still finding cherry pits that slung plumb across the kitchen and cherry juice that went everywhere. I had it on my forehead. I had it on my glasses. On your bed? Huh? Oh my Lord. They are. That was the only sugar I had in my cobbler was the natural sweetness from the cherries. I put a little bit of Splenda in there. Freeze dried a dryer full, then made jelly with the pits. I froze the rest because I didn't want to do cherry barbecue sauce. I did peach barbecue sauce. Was it last year? I think it was. So good. I didn't think about cherry bar. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? Once I got started pitting and it was like, this is going to take forever. Um, yeah, I wasn't in the mood to find any more recipes. I was like, yep, this is what I'm doing. I can them in the medium syrup so that when I go to make a cobbler or a pie or whatever I go to cook with them, I can add the thickener in at that point in time instead of trying to add the thickener in and making the pie filling and all that. I have heard that that is a better way to do it. Bye, bee lady. So, yeah. I made cherry pie filling probably a couple of years ago. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going to try this. If this works, then that's the way we'll do it from here on. Well, I ain't doing cherries no more. Hi, darling. Did you have a good service at church? Well, I had Aiden helping me. Good deal. I had Aiden helping me with them cherries, okay? And I showed him hold it over the bowl so that the pit drops into the bowl. So, you know. And I may be doing that too. I did peaches, I think it was last year, and I think it was a light syrup I put on them. And that's how I ate them, right out of the jar. Right out the jar. They're so good. That and a little bit of cottage cheese. Mm-hmm. Yes, makes Nanny happy. Makes Nanny happy. All right, guys. Oh. Oh. I got my litter off of Azure, I believe. They are pitted and stayed till you get them out. Got your what? Pitter. Oh. I don't remember where I got. I've had this cherry pitter for, oh Lord, probably since Me and Paps have been about 30 years. Okay, mine's old. Um, so yeah. Oh, thank you, darling. Um, four at a time. What? What? That would have been so much better. I might actually want to do. I may have to upgrade my pitter. Is it electric or hand crank? I'm nosy. I'm gonna have to get me a new apple peeler too. It's about apple season, and I think I'm gonna upgrade to electric this year. I think I am with my hand and stuff being the way that it is, and it's my dominant hand. I'm gonna have to do something. So that's just the way it is. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. If you missed the very beginning of this live chat, you need. It has a bigger home, smaller, so it has 8 spots, but only 4 at a time. Oh, and you got it from Azure, huh? I'll have to go look at that as soon as I get off of here, cause I gotta place my Azure order early this month. So for some reason, it's moving up in time, I guess. I'll go see if I can find it. I'm still working on. I actually got a sale thing, brochure, whatever, this time. I've not got one in months, but I actually got the hard copy of the sale paper from Azure this time. So I'm still going through it, seeing what they've got on sale, seeing what's new, what might be new to me, you know. Yeah. Trying to get my order together. I like to try, at least one new thing a month. And I don't know what I'm going to try this month. I don't know. Did I tell you guys about... I do too. Yeah, there's some good recipes in this month's, and a couple of good articles that I've read. That's why it's taken me so long. But did I tell you guys about the fiber cotton candy that I got from Azure Standard a few months ago? Well, a couple of months ago. So, the nutritionist has told me I need more fiber, and I was actually trying to incorporate more fiber into my diet before she ever told me that I needed to. So they had cotton candy. Oh, it's delicious. You will never know what it is, okay? They have cotton candy that is a fiber cotton candy. And I got 6 little bags, and I don't have anything. They're about the size of a letter-sized envelope, okay? About like that. Not big at all, but, you know. And it's not expensive at all. It's really not. So I got 6 of those little bags, okay? 6 of them for us to try. I mean, there's 4 of us here, So I thought 6 bags. If somebody really likes it, then we'll have an extra bag or 2. All Aiden saw was cotton candy. That was it. I put it on the pantry shelves, and the next day I go out there to get me a bag. We did open up a bag to try it, and all 4 of us tried it. It was really good. We liked it, and I looked forward to, having it. And the next morning I go out there to get me a little bag of it, and there's none on the shelves, and I know where I put it. And I ask everybody, have you seen my cotton candy? And then I go in my bedroom and I go into my closet and I just happened to catch a glimpse of something up underneath a pair of my shoes in my closet. And I instantly realize what it is. So I move those shoes back, and there are 5 empty bags of the cotton candy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He did. He got his fiber. He sure did. He sure did. So yeah, I have to not tell him that I have cotton candy in my box, and I have to put that up where he can't find it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was running for it several times. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. I do. More than you will ever know. I appreciate that. Sometimes, sometimes that's what we need, you know? Just to hear that we're not as, I'm not going to say worthless, but we're not as bad as we think we are. We're our own worst enemies. We're our own worst critics. And sometimes I get in my own head, and I think we're all capable of doing that. If we were being honest with ourselves, I think we're all capable of doing that. So, you know. Joy, he was offering me money. Just playing. Never learned to do canning. I don't have a garden because of my mobility. Ow! Oh. Wise woman. uh, yeah, but if you saw my Facebook post today, it is me to a T. Okay, so it's it. Y'all know who Mr. Bean is? Okay, it's him, and it says me when I see a security camera, you know, and he's standing there and he looks up, and all of a sudden that is me, okay? That is me. I cannot pass up a security camera without making a face in it. Yeah, it was me. It was me. That's that's my humor. Okay? I like to laugh and I like to make other people laugh, so yeah. And I hope whoever's sitting behind that security camera watching, I hope that they get a laugh. As good night, Leslie. I hope they get as big a laugh watching me act a fool as I get out there on the floor acting a fool. Okay? Because I promise you, I'm laughing my butt off the whole time I'm doing it. Okay? I promise you I am. Then don't be on here if you don't like it. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. What movie was that from? Was that from Airplane? Or is that from another one? Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. I don't remember. I used to watch movies until um, these actors thought that they ruled the world. Okay? And now I don't watch any of them. I like documentaries about true stuff that actually happens or happened. Whew. I'm just saying, if I wanted, if I wanted somebody's opinion that still runs around and plays pretend all day, every day, okay, and gets paid millions of dollars while there are others out here struggling to put food on the freaking table, and they want to stand there and they want to tell me what I need to do and think. Sit and spin. Okay? No. No. Me too, Patty. Me too. And I don't care to tell you one that I had I had two that were my all-time favorite actors. Okay? All-time favorite. And one is Al Pacino. I have loved him since The Godfather. And I still, and Robert De Niro. Randall just said it. Okay? I will never watch another movie that dumb butt is in. Okay? Never. 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 I still love Al Pacino. Okay? I do. Sam Elliott's another one. Sam Elliott, he fell off the stupid cliff. Oh, I do too, Patty. I do too. All the Godfather movies. Heat was my favorite movie that Alan Robert De Niro were in. Val Kilmer. Oh my God, Val Kilmer. Loved him. Heat was my favorite, one of my favorite movies. Oh yeah, oh yeah. He was. Yeah, yeah. He fell off the stupid wagon. Broke my heart. Broke my heart. Okay. Roadhouse is another one of my favorite movies, and I loved Patrick Swayze. Bless his heart. Um, yeah, that was probably my favorite Sam Elliott movie ever, and um, my heart got broke last week with Ozzy passing away. Ozzy was a huge part of my life. He was a huge part of my childhood growing up. If you know, you know. If you're from, Generation X, Gen X, hey, um, it was Ozzy and uh, Pink Floyd and all them. I mean, and it broke my heart. And to watch him do Mama, I'm Coming Home during his very last concert brought tears to my eyes. Okay, it did. I loved him. I loved him. I loved his music. Um, No More Tears is my favorite song ever. Ever. So, anyway, oh Lord, we are at an hour and a half. Y'all, no wonder I'm getting antsy here. Yes, we do need more likes, but you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of y'all jumping on here, spending all the time with me. And again, if you didn't see the opening to this live chat, you got to go back and watch it. Okay? You were serenaded and you've got to go back and see it. You have to, because it's the greatest opening to a live chat ever. Okay? Ever. I'm just saying. Be sure to give Aiden some love for that, okay? Mwah. Love you guys. Mean it. See y'all Wednesday. Bye.